Okay, apparently there was some confusion on here towards the end of my recording, so I wanted to just go over this last problem again and then kind of go over the beginning of chapter 2. So as you can see, like hopefully you guys were able to see that there was about a 0.45 degree difference every time. So when it asks you to figure out what the temperature is at noon, you just add 0.45 to this 101.35 degrees and you get about 101.8. Part B says to find the slope of the graph. So this is what I did as far as slope is concerned. Remember that that's rise over run, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And you get a slope of about 0.9 degrees Fahrenheit per hour. Okay, so that's how I found the slope. And I didn't do, 12 minus 10 really. I did like 2 hours here, just so you know that. And then part C said, would you expect the graph to follow the same trend over 12 hours? Well, if you're at 102.48 and you do 0.9 times 12 hours, that would be like 113 degrees. So is that likely? No. So, that person would obviously not survive if that was the case. So it's just wanting you to make sense and try to think about if that is, possible. Okay, so that was the end of chapter 1. Then we went on to chapter 2. So I doubt any of you guys got this stuff. So hopefully you guys can see this on your canvas. I did put the PowerPoint up there for you guys to print or look at, and you can go through, and if you have any questions, let me know. So the first thing that it was talking about was position, and in order to think of position, we're just like in the x axis right now. So we're just doing horizontal motion, no vertical motion at this point. So we're just on the x-axis. So we can look at the x-axis at like an origin or another reference point in order to figure out like what the location is. So if we look here on this particular example, it's showing us that the position of x is equal to plus 2 centimeters. Okay, and the positive sign indicates the direction, so that is very important at this point. If you were looking at the example 2 here, x is equal to negative 2 centimeters. So the negative sign again is indicating that it's going to the left. So if we were going to do the displacement, we would have x, or final x, minus initial x. So this is like your first equation. And displacement is just depending on the beginning and the ending positions. So x is equal to negative 2, because this is our final position, minus our initial position, which was positive 2, which equals negative 4 centimeters. Okay, so this example right here, this is saying that at 3 p.m. a car is located 20 kilometers south of its starting point. 1 hour later, it is 96 kilometers farther south. After 2 more hours, it is 12 kilometers south of the original starting point. Okay, so what's the displacement between the car from 3 to 6? So 3 to 6, at 3, that's the initial, it was at negative 20 kilometers. It's negative because it's south. At 6, it was at, at 6 it was at negative 12 kilometers. So its displacement is negative 12 minus negative 20, which ends up making that positive which is a positive 8 kilometer displacement. Okay, so on the displacement, it's just wanting you to find the final minus the initial. Okay, on part B, this is what's the displacement of the car from the starting point to the location at 4 p.m. So the location at 4 p.m. is, well, the starting point is just 0. Okay, that's just your initial position. Or that's the origin. The final position is 96 south. Okay, so it's just negative 96 kilometers. And then on part C, where it says from 4 to 6, so at 4 o'clock, it was at 96 south. And at 6 o'clock, it was at negative 12 kilometers. So you end up doing negative 12 kilometers minus negative 96 kilometers, which is 84 kilometers. Okay. Like a positive 84 kilometers is the displacement. Okay? All right, so it just means that you went basically 84 kilometers back up north. Okay? All right, so that is really all we got through as far as on chapter 2. If you want to look through some of the examples in the book, I would recommend that up to this point. And if you have any questions on any of those examples, please do not hesitate to text me and let me know. I did say during all of that our quiz is going to be on Friday. It will be available online, but it will only be from from 9 to 10, as if we were in class. If you have the capability to come to class, you can, and you can take it in class. I haven't decided if I will make it online only or if the people that come to class can take it on paper. I'm still figuring all of that out. I will send a message/email about all of that, hopefully today, okay? Latest tomorrow, but be on the lookout for that because we definitely will have a quiz on Friday and it will be over chapter 1 material, okay? And if you don't take the quiz when it's supposed to be taken, then you will get a 0 on the quiz. And it will be proctored if you do take it online, so just keep that in mind as well. All right, let me know if you have any questions.